Okay, let's talk about Donald A. Trump. Is there a good video explaining Donald Trump's mishap from yesterday? Where he was like, yeah, I think we should not fund the USPS because, oh yeah, here it is.
Adding new fuel to the claims that he is trying to tip the scales of the election by sabotaging efforts to vote by mail. He went on the record yesterday admitting that he opposes additional funding for the post office because it would help mail-in voting.
They want $3.5 billion for the mail-in votes. Okay, universal mail-in ballots. 3.5 trillion. They want $25 billion for the post office. Now they need that money in order to have the post office work, so it can take all of these millions and millions of ballots. Now, in the meantime, they aren't getting there. By the way, those are just two items. But if they don't get those two items, that means you can't have universal mail-in voting because they're not equipped to have it.
This is what we call self-snitching in the driest way possible. Like, editors insert, oh my God, he admitted meme right here. He did. He just admitted it. He often does. And it's remarkable because people seem to not care, despite the fact that the USPS is an incredibly popular government agency. It is the most popular, I think, government agency, as a matter of fact. Everybody loves the Postal Service. If we were to... My mom is chiming in and said, except for Trump. I like that you're giving your feedback there, Mom. And once it's gone, people will cry about not having it and blame the left. No, they won't. They'll just keep saying, no, it's great that we privatized it when it's not great. When leftists try to recover the U.S. Postal Service, then they'll say, no, we simply cannot have such a costly, such a vast, such a large, sizable government program. I mean, what do you want? Communism? Anyway, so let's hear what else Donald Trump had to say about it.
The money, and if they're not going to approve a bigger bill, and they're not going to have the $3.5 billion for the universal mail-in votes, how can you have those votes?
Given that the negotiations are still ongoing about whether to get more money to the Postal Service, why not put more resources and more money yourself? Find a way to do that to make sure there is a...
Well, they can do it very easily. All they have to do is make a deal. If they make a deal, the Postal Service is taken care of. The money they need for the mail-in ballots would be taken care of if we agree to it. That doesn't mean we're going to agree to it. But all they have to do is make a deal.
Okay, so here's the thing. It's the quiet part that you're saying out loud when you're trying to cheat, using your whole corruption stuff that you do. I know you watch. Do you think Americans are that ditzy?
Get her, sis.
Do you think they're not going to hear you actually say...
Yes. By the way, yes. Do you think Americans are that ditzy? Yes. At this point, I have swallowed the black pill whole. I am in a deep state of nihilism and despair. I don't think that Americans will turn around and be like, this is kind of fucked up. Like, they will, especially Republicans, especially really dumb chud Republicans. And that seems, it seems like I don't need to repeat myself when I say very dumb Republicans, but still, they will probably find a way to turn this around and attack Nancy Pelosi or some shit on this. I mean, Trump yesterday also lied and said it was Democrats that increased the stamp prices for mail-in ballots from 25 cents, I believe, to 50 cents, which is just not true. You know what I mean? That is just he already has started teasing how he's going to blame the Democrats by just, doing the most effective thing he's always done, which is lying. It's very cool. Here, this one, everybody hates this one simple trick. If you want to win the presidency, here is this undeniable trick that you can do. Lie. Just fucking lie. We are so far into our party loyalty at this point that it truly doesn't matter. The next time a Democrat is in a position of power, if they don't push for universal mail-in ballots, it doesn't matter. It does not have to be during a pandemic. It doesn't have to be during anything. If they're not pushing for universal mail-in ballots and protection for the U.S. Postal Service, additional funding, they're completely, I'm done. But I'm not done. It doesn't matter. I'm lying to you right now when I say I'm done. Because I can never be done. Because in this fucking country, you can't be fucking done. What am I going to do? Not care? Tap out? Decide that it's okay? And then 5 years later, I'm in jail because I'm the Antifa CEO? This sucks. The way that our politics is built is so fucked that it's virtually impossible to be yeah, I don't really care. Fuck it. Who cares? This sucks. I just want to grill. I can't grill, motherfucker. If the USPS is so great, then why aren't they in Europe? Good one. Don't they also do a lot of international packages too? It's one of the few ways that you can actually get mail over to military posts worldwide. Wow, Trump sure hates the military.
You guys, come on, guys.
Funding for the Postal Service tying it to mail-in voting. What do you think about that?
Pure Trump.
Okay, guys, let's go. Let's go. Come on.
He doesn't want an election.
The president is afraid of the American people. He's been afraid for a while. He knows that on the legit, it'd be hard for him to win.
Yeah, the funniest fucking part about this is like toothless motherfuckers in Appalachia are like, I actually fucking hate socialism. I'm going to vote for Donald Trump over and over again. When they turn around and say, yeah, it's actually fake news. We got to fucking defund the USPS. Like, bitch, how are you going to get your chickens? Huh? How the fuck are you going to get your mail? You think UPS is going to take it there? No, ain't nobody going up the fucking mountains unless they have to. You fucking idiot. Yeah, Hasan, being rather classist, are you? Yeah, I am being fucking classist. Suck my dick with your gums. Give me that fucking good gummy glizzy gobbling. You're not even gonna get, first of all, you're never gonna get the same kind of delivery that you expect from the USPS because they have to. They're not a for-profit organization. You might not even get any delivery at all. Half the time, all of these like really far away rural areas that don't have a lot of foot traffic, when they deliver something by UPS, it's UPS relying on USPS. So good job. Good luck.
This is going to, because of how's the pandemic, because of the process to count these votes, it's going to take days and weeks, and that potentially, and that is going to allow him to assert fraud, to open up investigations, to suggest that results are not legitimate. It's going to be harder for Americans to vote, and President Trump believes easier for him to claim fraud.
I can't do this. I can't wrap my head around how stupid Americans can be. Like, this has to backfire. If this doesn't backfire, if this doesn't get a significant amount of backlash from Republicans as well, which, by the way, these polling numbers also reflect that reality. There is so much support for expanding voting access. There's so much support for the Postal Service to begin with. Like, Postal Service, the USPS is one of the most popular, if not the most popular government agency. It is infinitely more popular than Congress, obviously, and it's infinitely more popular than any number of different government agencies, with ICE being the least popular. So, like, the things that Trump likes and wants to beef up, ICE, least popular. The things that Trump dislikes and wants to defund, USPS, most popular. It is like 91% public support last time I looked at it. So it is remarkable if he's able to pull this off. And by the way, the reason why it's so fucking popular is like because it's similar to the NHS. It is a functioning, nationalized, or rather socialized government service. It's the government doing its fucking job, which is, of course, always going to poll well with people. The government is hard work and it's very expensive. But when it gets adequate funding, people like it. Your takes are insane. Yes, I have insane takes. Like, we should fund the U.S. Postal Service so that we can have universal mail-in ballot at a time when the coronavirus pandemic is going to peak again. What an insane fucking take. I know, guys. I'm fucking out of my mind, dude. I am cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Best way to get consensus between two opposing groups is to alienate and slander them. Republicans stupid. I mean, yeah. At this stage, there's a certain kind of Republican that is too dumb to fucking save. And yeah, I'm going to make memes about it. So yeah, sorry that I'm not treating someone who says stuff like every Democrat that opposes Donald Trump is actually a part of an international sex trafficking pedophile crime ring. No. I can't believe I'm not taking that person seriously and instead belittling them. Oh my Lord. Oh, here, by the way, this is the other thing that we were going to talk about, of course. This is the second part of the conversation that we were supposed to have, which is that the U.S. Postal Service is popular, and yet the U.S. Postal Service is warning that 46 states are having their voters potentially disenfranchised by delayed mail-in ballots at a time when Portland and New York City, at least according to eyewitness testimony on the ground, is seeing their mailboxes get packed up and put on trucks and carried away. Now, you might be asking, why? Why is that happening? Well, apparently, at least according to the U.S. Postal Service spokesperson, it's because there's less mail traffic in these regions, so there is no need for those mail boxes. Who uses drop boxes anyway? It just seems like they're saving time by getting rid of them. What? What are you talking about? Of course people use drop boxes. Even if it's like 25% of people that use drop boxes, I don't know what the exact number is, but even if it's like 25% of people that use drop boxes, That's an additional 25% of people that are now going to overwhelm the Postal Service by engaging in direct delivery. Just because you get your chicken tendies delivered to you directly by your mommy doesn't mean that other people don't need fucking drop boxes. I don't get it, though. Aren't the people who most like to use USPS old people and rural people, which is Trump's voting base? Well, let's take a look at where the reductions are happening. This is from Jacob Bogadje. I don't know how to say his last name. Got USPS data showing at least 671 USPS mail sorting machines have been removed across the country since June. Represents a reduction in national mail sorting capacity of 21.4 million pieces of mail per hour. Let's take a look at what the areas were that got that reduction. USPS sent most states a heightened warning that some mailed ballots may arrive too late. Disenfranchising 100 or potentially threatening 186 million voters. USPS expressed difficulty in assessing DC's and Vermont's deadlines, which had not been finalized. For Alaska, USPS expressed heightened concern about statewide absentee ballot program, but no concerns about the deadlines for all mail elections. Actual election fraud. Reduce the number of drop boxes, save time, more efficient, saving costs. I don't know. I'm playing devil's advocate from a business perspective. Maybe there was an oversaturation of drop boxes in America and the media is hyping it up to propagate a specific narrative. What are you talking about, dude? Do you not understand how this works? It doesn't save time. It makes things worse. What are you talking about? First of all, the USPS is not a business, okay? It is a government program. It is specifically designed to be not for profit, so that it does the job that it needs to do. Okay, so your business perspective in this circumstance, especially when it comes to efficiency, is silly, because efficiency would mean Alaska doesn't get mail. Okay, that's what efficiency and a business point of view would mean for the people of Alaska. Sorry, you're not getting mail because it's not worth it. It's just too expensive to send mail to Alaska. Now, having said that, though, as far as mailboxes goes, that doesn't even improve efficiency. That makes things worse because it holds up Postal Service at specific locations where you can end up delivering your mail or dropping off your mail. If you are truly concerned with getting COVID, especially if a second peak, as predicted by epidemiologists, is going to occur right around the time that the election is happening, so that we might have like a mass shutdown, then ensuring that we have a safe way to mail our votes early on in the most efficient way, it's absolutely out of the question, without a doubt, necessary for our election integrity. It's a necessity for democracy. I think the safest thing you can do is request, if you are in my audience and you are interested in voting for Joe Biden, especially if you are in a swing state, okay, for that beautiful, delicious Biden-Harris ticket. Oh my God, aren't we so excited? The safest thing you can do is request your mail-in ballot if you are not in a state where there's universal mail-in ballot, but just do it regardless. And then if you can't send it in early, you drop it off at your polling location the day of the election. Did you see the Dolan Dark video you're in the thumbnail of? No. Who the fuck is Dolan Dark? What the fuck? What is this? This is it. He has 100K subs and is an actual professional memer. You are in the thumbnail. No one's gonna know that's me in the thumbnail, dude. It's pretty funny, though. Good stuff. Professional memer.